Our tuberculosis research covers various disciplines from basic science, such as the nature of M. tuberculosis bacteria, immunology, and human response. In implementation, our studies extend from the clinical field to public health research. In each field, we contribute to the world's scientific knowledge and also for Indonesia and the region. For example, in the field of clinical and public health, our research has provided inputs for improving strategies on how to diagnose, treat tuberculosis. This knowledge is especially relevant in the Indonesian and Southeast Asian context. Our team also conducted research in basic science field. For example, we studied the characteristic of the tuberculosis bacteria and the human immune response to the infection. These studies, of course, will not quickly change the way we manage TB, but the knowledge we produce is relevant to the whole world to further discover new diagnostic, drugs, as well as vaccines. We have collaborated with many universities abroad, and along the way, we have also collaborated with various international institutions. Our first collaboration was with the University Medical Center Radboud in Nijmegen, the Netherlands. Then we collaborate with University of Otago in New Zealand, McGill University in Canada, and Harvard University in Boston, and also the Oxford University in UK. The collaboration with these universities has greatly increased the value of our research. In turn, it improved the impact of our research and publication in the international scientific community. Collaboration with the international institution, including the WHO, of course, USAID, NIH in the United States, and the Gates Foundation, have successfully answered many questions related to how to implement the knowledge we gather in the field and public health practices. All of the research results we shared in scientific publication and accredited journals. This collaboration also increased the success of publishing our results. This publication gives us wider exposure and trust from many potential cooperation and future collaboration. This is very helpful in the progress for broader collaborations. Our research has led to many innovations in clinical research, basic science, as well as public health research. Among others, we have significant contribution to the knowledge of diabetes as a condition that makes humans vulnerable to tuberculosis bacteria. This knowledge triggers various other studies related to TB and diabetes. Diabetes as a risk factor for TB then became the attention of WHO and around the world. Another example is the discovery of the Beijing strain of the tuberculosis bacteria. This tuberculosis strain can affect people who have been vaccinated with BCG. In other words, the BCG vaccine that we know cannot protect us from the Beijing strain. The tuberculosis bacteria of the Beijing strain also can become resistant to tuberculosis drug faster, so it is more likely to the patient to have disease relapses. An equally important discovery of our team is the drug administration strategies. Increased dose of rifampicin in the TB meningitis and a new way of rifampicin for latent tuberculosis treatment has made the treatment more effective with better adherence. This has become a new standard in the international scientific community as well as the WHO. As I exemplified earlier, our research found diabetes that makes people susceptible to TB or difficult to recover. We are one of the first institutions to raise the TB diabetes issue in the world. This finding triggered many other studies that confirm the same thing, and then this became the knowledge that has improved the TB management guidelines of the WHO and improved health practices worldwide. Among others, drugs need to be given to people with diabetes. For this, we have significantly contributed to the development of international policies related to TB and diabetes. This guideline is published by the International Union for TB and Lung Disease. Then, some research results related to drug levels for treating TB meningitis. This finding has also been used by doctors who manage this incident worldwide. Research findings in basic science, such as biomarkers of TB, the nature of Beijing strain of Mycobacterium tuberculosis, these findings will not immediately change WHO policies or how we manage TB. But this knowledge is very valuable for the biomedical research community to guide the development of future diagnostic tools, vaccines, or drugs for TB. To contribute to future improvements, I think many topics still need exploration and study. In the medical field, we need improvement in TB diagnosis, how to make it more accurate, easy to implement, and low cost. We are now conducting that kind of research. As far as TB drugs are concerned, we need new drugs and conduct many clinical trials for drugs with shorter duration, and also the implementation of many preventive measures like vaccines and preventive drugs. If we consider other disciplines, TB is not an isolated problem of the medical field. If we really want to eliminate TB, we also need to improve the quality of the environment and people's housing. And moreover, we have to pay attention to the nutrition of the Indonesian people and control pollution and smoking, as they all contribute to tuberculosis transmission greatly. This should direct our future research and development activities in TB.